Boys, welcome back to another episode of the Ladsfootyshow. It's your boy Head out here with my co-host,
Boy Keeks.
And boys, it's that time of the year. The Premier League is officially back, and we're here to give you our official and final Premier League predictions. But before we get started, lads, make sure you guys join our newly created Premier League Fantasy League out on the Premier League app or website, as you prefer. And the code is B42LOQ. We'll have it here on the screen for you guys and also in our Discord. If you're not in our Discord already, make sure you guys go join that because for this season, they do not want to miss out, Keeks.
We got a couple prizes for the top three.
Yes.
What are the prizes today?
Prizes, if you finish first place of all the members that are going to be in there, you're going to win 2 Premier League kits of your choice, 1 official Premier League ball. Second place will earn 2 official Premier League kits, and then third place will just end up winning with 1. Now, if you finish dead last in our league and we find out you're a Discord member, you're getting binned. You're getting binned, all right?
Lowest ranked Discord member gets banned. Low-key.
Yeah, so make sure you guys are sub to the channel. Get us to where we want to be, which is that 10K mark. Drop a like if you guys enjoy this video, and let us know also if you guys agree with our predictions, our takes, anything. Let us know in the comments below who you guys got in the following categories. Number 1, we're going to start off with the top 6 to 1. We'll give you the relegation 3, the surprise club, flop club, golden boot, player of the season, young player of the season, first manager to get sacked. And then at the end, we'll round up our number 1 to number 20th.
The conversations are endless, man.
The conversations are endless. So you guys, make sure you guys stay to the end of the video. Let's get it going with the first top pick, Keeks.
Let's do it.
Top 5 spots in the Champions League this season.
Yeah,
okay, 6th to get Europa League and 7th gets Conference League. Off the rip, who's your 6th place team? Who will be getting Europa League for you? I'm really interested and curious as to what yours looks like. I'm
mine
like being for real.
Nah, mine isn't so crazy.
A ver, we'll get it. We'll get into it.
Starting off in 6th, getting the European Europa League, right?
Yes.
Starting off in 6th place, who will not be getting Champions League football this season is Newcastle.
Newcastle in 6th.
Yeah.
Okay.
While I still do back the squad and the ability, I think they've proven that they're, a Premier League worthy team. I think this is a team that does well under pressure for the majority of the season. And I think they've proven that. With the likes of Isak being out the door, possibly, it's looking like might be forcing an exit. I don't know how that's going to, benefit or, downsize the team. But ultimately, I think they're still going to be able to get it done and still at least qualify for some type of European football.
Who do you think is going to have a better finish in terms of positional rankings in the tabla? Me or you?
Like more...
Yeah, more accurate predictions.
I think me, low-key.
You think you?
Yeah, I think me.
I think I see you very, very ecstatic about this season, so I'm hoping you cook.
I'm pretty excited, yeah.
All right,
I am pretty excited, Neta.
In my 6th spot, I have Tottenham Hotspurs.
I rate that.
And I hope you have them in your top 6 too, because the moves they are making this year for a team that finished in 17th and has Champions League football, which is insane. Kudos. It still looks like they're in the mix right now for Eze and Savinho from City at the same dang time. Just a couple other names to mention that Spurs have had. Apart from those names, also Palhinha, Danso Matthijs from last January. That's officially a Spurs player.
I think that might be the craziest one of all.
And behind it all is Thomas Frank, a proven Premier League manager. What he did with Brentford, no one can really go ahead and replicate what Thomas Frank have done. And I think they have a serious manager who will get the best out of Spurs, and I can see them qualifying in 6th place, despite having already Champions League football.
It's like you mentioned, this is already a guy that has proven what he can do, with the odds against him, with the team that's not, favored to win the Premier League. And now he's given the money, he's given the funds, he's given the good stadium, he's given a way bigger club than Brentford, let's be honest. Mm-hmm. These guys just finished winning Europa League. They have everything to play for in the Champions League. And it's looking like it's going to be a good season for Spurs. It's looking like it's going to be a good season for the top 6.
And I don't think they would be too upset with finishing 6th. Like, we have a couple Spurs followers in our Discord.
Like 2.
Kev, like 2 or 3.
Like 2.
Hey, but they're big Spurs fans. So,
it's because there's only like 30. There's only like 30 out there.
Yeah, that's true. And that brings me to my fifth spots. I have Newcastle.
Newcastle top and 5th?
I think Newcastle top 5th. And you guys may ask why. I actually believe Isak has a high chance of staying at Newcastle next year.
Think so?
I think so.
I think it's going to come with a I think it's going to come with the salary bonus or an increase in his
And
wage.
yeah, maybe they convince him with the new contract. I still believe they have a really solid defense, a really solid midfield. And if they keep Isak, I think if they would have really thought Isak would live in, Isak would have left. They would have gone for Sesko. They brought in Alanga, who now will play on the right side.
Well, they did go for Sesko. Let's not act like they didn't.
But it didn't go
Manchester
through.
United were outbid, way.
Yeah, but it's also Manchester United paid more wages. That's another thing.
Motion.
Yeah, I'll give you that motion on the boat. I have Newcastle finishing 5th for the 2nd year in a row, giving them Champions League football. Let me know if you guys agree. I want to know who's your 5th.
My first Champions League placement team is none other than Manchester United. I got Manchester United going 5th place. I think the signings Amorim has brought in have been detrimental. I think the likes of Baleba and possibly even Donnarumma joining will increase our side and value tenfold. I think the opportunity that we're gonna have with the squad that could possibly be formed, it's just looking like it's too good to be true. These are players that Amorim wants to play for. These are players that Amorim has already admired and been asked about previously. Baleba into that Baleba right next to Bruno Fernandes would be key.
At this moment, still not a Manchester United player.
No, not yet, but would be. I wouldn't mind Kobe Manu there either. I still can back him. Casemiro can still get the job done, but like I said, we need to replace him now. Like he needs to be replaced by the end of the season at least, or by January.
On paper, Manchester United have been doing the things right. This is probably their best summer transfer window since Alex Ferguson.
On top of that, our Carrington has also been upgraded and remodeled.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
It does matter, way.
I get it.
It does.
You play football on the pitch, not in the locker room.
Yes, but you also improve your game where? In the training ground.
Yeah,
and obviously the training ground was what, a shit show, like Ronaldo said
that.
Yeah, and nothing had been changed. So obviously I think that's also stuff we have to look at. I don't think it's just the football that's being produced. I think there's way more to it that Manchester United are looking to have a way more positive season.
I think it's too good to be true. Finishing 15th place, you were practically battling it out with Spurs for that 17th spot. Spurs ended up getting 17th. And I have more faith in Spurs than I do in United. And I have Spurs finishing higher than what I have United.
We're the only team that's possibly fighting for a top flight spot that's only playing a domestic.
I don't have United high despite who they have because of their manager. I still don't believe in Amorim, and I still don't believe that system will work. 3-4-3.
Absolutely. That is blasphemy coming from an Arsenal fan.
I have seen Manchester United games time and time, and there is not a good system of play where I can be like, okay, holy shit, United have it down. And I don't know if I'll get it. Maybe with these front three proven Premier League players, besides Sesko, who I really like. To be honest, I wanted Sesko at Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie.
Athlete, bro.
I wanted Sesko at Arsenal, but it may fit Sesko more at United than Arsenal. Now looking back at it, but you have United in 5th.
I think we're looking for a great season. I'm not expecting to win anything quite. Or not necessarily.
United fans, let me know in the comments.
I would rather finish in the top. I'd rather finish in the top 5 and get UCL football again than win another Carabao or win an FA Cup. Honestly, that's just how I feel about it. I think we need to be. I think the standard needs to be lifted back up, and Manchester United need to be playing UCL football every single season.
Yeah, for the name of the brand.
Exactly. Just for the stature of what is Manchester United. We are the biggest club in England, regardless. Were we the best right now? Fuck no. We are far from it. But regardless, we're massive. We're one of the biggest clubs on the planet.
No, that I don't take away from you. But Manchester United last year had the terrible home record, away record. They lost Morgan. They lost, I think, 18 games of the 38. That's detrimental. It's insane how bad Manchester United have been. They finished 15th and then previously finished 12th. They still won a trophy. Arsenal didn't. But in the Premier League, throughout 38 games, I don't see them being the teams that are really going to give them a game. Against the bottom half teams, United struggled against last year, and I might see it again. But first game is against Arsenal, so we'll get into that.
I think that's where the tide will head towards, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I think that'll really kickstart or fucking absolutely butcher our season. I think quite frankly, both teams will suffer like that.
Yeah,
if anything, because that's a big game.
That's a big game,
man. To lose points at the beginning,
schedule.
Sunday too.
Yes,
cream. Can't lie.
Alrighty, 4th place. Also, United fans, let us know if you guys agree with us below in the comments. My top 4th place team are the world champions, Chelsea. I have Chelsea finishing 4th. They have an amazing roster, to be honest, and I'm jealous because the names that they have on that bench, the depth they've added this summer, despite letting so many players go and purchasing so many players, the business that they do in the back office is something else, man. They're perfectly ran.
I read they had like almost 50 transfers or some shit like that, or 40,
in the
50
past,
in that range in only a couple months or in like this 2 seasons. And I read something that it was like Ander Herrera was Manchester United's like 49th signing. Like in terms of if they do 49 signings consecutively,
Oh wow,
Ander Herrera was the last one we fichamos.
Damn. Fun fact, by the way. Keep dropping fun facts.
But like that's more to like show like how much they've actually invested in more recent times.
Before I get into more context, give me your fourth.
I got Man City going fourth.
Man City going fourth. Okay.
While I do think the offense is still unbelievable, I think the defense is starting to get a little shaky and more questionable. I think they've been broken through a little bit. They give me America vibes, where it's just the system that Pep is using has just been overlooked, I guess. It's just it's easy to break down, I'd rather say.
The thing is, Man City need to get on the front foot since the beginning, because last year they got off on a terrible run. And towards the end, they picked it up.
Yeah, they did.
And towards the end, if we can get that towards the end, Man City to start off on the right foot this Premier League season with the additions that they've had with Cherky, Reinders, Ainuri, who's a good rotation player. He can maybe start and put Guardiola back at center back, and now you have a really good defense.
I'd reckon that'd be their best option.
Right? That's a player that goes really good going forward and going backwards, defending. With Chelsea, I'm assuming you have Chelsea third.
I do have Chelsea
and I have
third.
Manchester City third. So this is where we're going to go in the back and forth on this, because they're obviously not in the first two, and we don't have them winning the Premier League. But the thing is, I kind of see Man City. It's because Man City have shown what Man City really are. Pep has shown what he can do in the Premier League, and I think Man City,
definitely.
It's because they have the talent.
It's definitely
They have so many good players. So many good players. I think it could be like a three-headed monster going up all the way to the Premier League for 38 games.
Why not 4?
Chelsea?
Yeah. Let's really deep it with.
If I put a Chelsea versus Manchester City, a Chelsea versus Liverpool, a Chelsea versus Arsenal, I think those 3 teams get the best out of them in the 2 games that they play against each other this season.
I just think
that's my biggest argument.
I kind of fear that the amount of depth that they have is just so massive and will just outweigh every other team in the Premier League that they can withstand playing the amount of competitions that they're going to play throughout the entire season. That's and true. Still be able to rotate their squad. They'll still be able to keep those star players. With all the
competitions.
Yeah, they'll be able to keep star players more than fit. So I feel like that's going to be a very, very, valuable source to have throughout the season. On top of that, like you said, they've had decent players. They got a couple players that are looking to, make a name for themselves. And every single one of those players on that squad is looking to fight for the starting.
We can go over those right now. Joel Hato from Ajax. I really like him.
Fucking
as a player.
Baller.
Linked to Arsenal. I'm jealous. Chelsea got him. Gittins from
Final
Dortmund.
Gittins is one I rated really highly.
Joao Pedro's a player that I'm in love with, and he clicked like this.
He's not someone I'm fond of, but like you also mentioned,
I love Joao Pedro.
He looks like he's been playing there for.
What is up with Brighton doing this bad business with Chelsea
every single time?
My God, and
mid-table club shit.
Yeah, mid-table club shit, but they finished higher than United. Yeah,
fluke season, isn't it?
Yeah. Shit, man. Chelsea are cooking though, but I don't have them in the top 3 because the manager.
You don't rate Maresca?
I do. I think he's a good manager, but he's not ready to win or compete for 38 games for the Premier League. And I hope you guys understand what I'm saying and agree with me, because my logic is right in that sense.
Something about like
we can't forget they were going from 6 to 4 throughout the whole season last year. Cole Palmer started off well, and what happened I think he went 17 games without scoring. Yeah. Caicedo was one player who was probably your best player last season. Colwell, ACL. Now, who's your other center back?
It's not like they can't go.
No, it's not like they can't go. Cucurella was actually really good last year as well.
He was decent. It's a player I can't stand, but
I don't like him.
He was.
You got to give
decent.
credit where it's due. And obviously, Chelsea did their thing in the Club World Cup. The Club World Cup, but then Premier League for 38 games
there's a vast difference. No, I get you. No, I think Maresca is the right man for the Chelsea job. I think he's gotten, he's gotten everyone. He's gotten the best out of his players. I think he's gotten everyone on board with him. I think the fans back him. I think the community backs him. The staff in general. So I don't think there's any reason why they can't go and fight for the top 3. They haven't spent all this money for nothing. They haven't spent all this money to not finish in the top 4.
And they're still not done.
No, definitely not.
Garnacho might come in still.
Please get him the fuck out. We'll sign Baleba with the quickness.
Yeah. And with City, to finish it off, I just can't write them out. I can't write them off. City are City. Pep is Pep. Pep does Pep things, but sometimes once Pep gets it, you can go on forever.
I do have them fourth, but I don't have them fourth. Like, I don't have them ruled out. I don't have them counted out of a title race or anything. I just feel like this upcoming season is just going to be so much closer than what people are expecting. I don't see a landslide. I don't see anyone gapping in the top two. I feel like it's just going to be such a tight and compact title race in between everyone fighting for UCL. I think it's going to be really, really close to the end of the season.
Yeah. And this leads us to Arsenal and Liverpool. On 3, we say who the champion is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. On 1?
Yeah, and 1, 2, yeah. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3.
Liverpool.
Arsenal.
Well, all right. Let's go with your bullshit first, Dale. Why? How? What's stopping? How about this? Let me put it this way.
All right. Ask me.
For the clip. How are the biggest bottle jobs in England going to win the Premier League?
Who are the biggest bottle jobs in England?
You know who the biggest bottle jobs are. Arsenal.
Arsenal finally get their striker, lads. Arsenal have finally got their guy that they've been lacking and missing for seasons and seasons that they finished in second place. Now Arsenal have no excuse. I'm expecting Joker to back 23 goals, at least 20. And knowing the depth that we've added even into this summer, I mean, we have a stacked defense. Our defense has always been solid. The problem is getting the ball in the net. And we still, like I said, have the highest XG in the past no sé qué tantos seasons in a row. And we just struggle to find the nets. And I think Jokeris fits like a puzzle in this Arsenal team. And it's either now or never for Arsenal as well. Having, all the players, Arteta, chip on the shoulder, I think this is a season for Arsenal. And this is the season, like final test, tryout for the majority of these players, but also Arteta.
I think Arteta's do or die on this season.
Do or die.
I think phase 38 might be long enough for him. I think he's, like you mentioned, he finally has gotten his guy. I agree. Gyökeres is an elite European proven striker. This guy will definitely get goals in the Premier League. But at the end of the day, I think it's just that club cannot deal with the pressure. The squad cannot deal with the pressure that is finishing first place. I think it just comes to at the end of the day, it comes to dropped points where they shouldn't be dropped. It comes to inconsistent players when they shouldn't be inconsistent. And at the end of the day, just allowing other teams to get the best of them when they shouldn't.
I agree.
That's why I think ultimately it's just going to continue happening like that. And Arteta just won't win a Premier League. No, I cannot see it. I cannot see Arteta, Mikel Arteta winning a Premier League. That shit is just not going to happen.
So you have Liverpool winning it.
I have Liverpool.
And it's not crazy to say.
No,
I have full faith in Arsenal this season. And I'm trusting Arteta, and I'm hoping that that's the case.
The addition of Wirtz, the addition of Ekitike, the possible addition of Isak. On top of that, they already had a remarkable team. McAllister, Gravenberch, Salah.
Frimpong now, Kirkes.
Alisson was already there. Van Dijk is still there. Konate is still there. They have an elite squad that can easily go back-to-back. This team is more than capable of going back-to-back. And it irks my soul to say it because I cannot stand these motherfuckers.
Winning again.
But ultimately, they're the strongest team in the Premier League right now. And I think they're the ones to beat.
Yeah. The additions have been insane. Insane business también by Liverpool.
They've spent less than 70 M's. I think
and Isak could come and they could be chilling financially as well. Todavía. And that's the craziest part of it all, to be honest. Now with Arsenal, there's still possibly Eze coming in. Rodrigo, fingers crossed. I don't see it, but that would be insane.
Rodrigo would be the only player that you guys can sign that would give me more of a being more opportunistic.
We signed the best striker on the market.
But you guys have a drastic left wing options.
If Eze comes in or if Madueke gets a shift in,
Madueke is not good enough.
I saw Madueke be compared to Rafinha at Barcelona.
Jesus,
like that role, that style of player on that left flank. I'm just putting it out there.
I get it.
Right?
I guess, but Madueke is not good.
Well, there you guys have it. Those are our top 6. That brings us to our next topic. And that is a relegation three. The bottom 3. Hopefully none of you guys finish there in the fantasy league because then we'll extend that boot and get you guys all up to Discord. 20th, I have Burnley.
I also have Burnley.
Yeah? They lost one of their best players, which was Trafford, to City, by the way.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Trafford eventually takes Ederson's spot. Because Ederson's been on a decline since.
He's getting older as well.
He's getting older as well.
One
So
of the reasons they bought him.
fair's on that. But I have Burnley finishing 20. I haven't seen enough. I mean, their best player going forward is Hannibal, and he's a wanker.
Yeah, Mesbury's pretty mid. I can't lie.
19.
That's why I got banned.
I have Leeds.
I also have Leeds.
Yeah, okay, we're good. We're
I
agreeing.
think this one we're gonna get different for sure. Why Leeds though? I think just
Leeds?
for the same reason, man. No good transfers. The squad itself is mid. It's just not good enough. It's not Premier League proven.
Manager who's been already booted from the Premier League already as well.
Daniel Fark is a drastic manager.
He's probably going to get the first one. Oh, stay tuned for that topic as well. And 18th. Here is where I say, and I think it's time for this team to finally get relegated.
You're not thinking Everton, are you?
No.
Okay. You know what? I think we got it. I think we got the same one. Now that you mentioned
Wolverhampton.
Okay, no, we don't.
Well, I mean, sorry, Wolverhampton.
You got Wolves going out?
I got Wolves going down. Finally, this is a team that I feel like I've been putting at 17 or 16 for so many years and seasons now. They keep getting rid of their best players, and somehow they still manage to scrape past surviving. And I think now is the time. You know, from Neto being binned, sold. Ainuti getting sold, and Cunha getting sold. Who is that guy? Unless John Arias from the Colombian can insanely save this team again from relegation. There you go, but I don't think so. I think it's finally time for Wolves to go down.
I back it. You know, they've really survived on patches of brilliance, moments of brilliance from individual players. And it's not like they've been a functioning football side.
It's a lot of individual ability that keeps these guys in the Premier League.
I think it's been like that since
for a minute.
Since like Raul was playing there.
Since Nuno Espirito Santos.
Yeah. That fool was playing on hopes and dreams. Low key. That was sick though.
Who's your last team to get relegated? Following teams.
I have Brentford going down.
Okay.
I think like you mentioned, losing Thomas Frank. On top of that, they lost Norgard and Buemo, Flecken, and possibly Wissa's out the door.
I see it as well.
So there's no way they could possibly fight for survival when everything has just gone downhill for them. They've made no improvements to the squad. Mm-hmm. There's been no replacements into the squad. On top of that, they're definitely not going to get a manager that was as good and Premier League proven as Thomas Frank. Quite frankly, Thomas Frank might have been 60 to 70% of the reason these guys were even surviving in the first place.
Very good point.
And not to mention now all the top players that he was using himself, to help this squad survive are all possibly out the door.
Well, I hope they keep playing a 5-back. I think if they stick to that,
I think that might be the only way they could possibly survive.
They can dog it out maybe, depending on who they bring in as well. I don't know, but I do see it. I actually have Brentford below Wolves, so we're not too far off there.
Or above, you mean?
Sorry, above.
You have them 17th?
Yeah, Simo,
no,
yes.
16th.
No, 17th, because 18, 19, 20.
Oh, you're right. You got Wolves out. I forgot.
Sick math, huh?
That's because I thought you got Wolves out. I don't have Wolves going out.
That brings us kind of to our next category. First manager to get sacked. I'm going to go with kind of an obvious one and like a heated hot take kind of one. The first one is Leeds manager Fark.
That's not a hot take. I also
No, that's not the hot take.
Oh,
that's
I have Fark.
Right.
I have Daniel Fark going out to
Daniel Fark is going to be the first manager to get binned. Do you have another manager who you think could also get the boot first?
Quite possibly one to get one as quick as Daniel Fark. No, not really. The guy does not play good football. The guy's already been sacked by multiple English teams. The difference between the championship football and the Premier League football is just going to be too drastic for him. This guy's not a Premier League manager. He's a championship manager at best. So there's really no hope for him, in my opinion. On top of that, like I mentioned, the lead squad just isn't good enough. It's not going to help him. It's not going to help his case.
Well, a little bit about what you said is what I'm going to say next. I think if there's a world where Man U go off a shit start to the season and they don't pick up games, and Man United don't have the easiest schedule in the first 10 games.
No, you guys have a really tough schedule. Tough one. Yeah,
and that first one opens up against Arsenal at home. If you guys lose it in front of your home, you probably get battered. The amount of pressure that's going to be on in the following 9 games will be something else.
I agree.
But I mean, look, just put it like this. The board gives you players. Let's say you still go get Baleba and you still maybe get Lando and Aruma and you don't provide results. The pressure's on. And we've seen Man United been how many managers since Ferguson in constant seasons.
Especially after
why not this guy?
Funds. Yeah,
a guy, like you said, not Premier League proven, doesn't have the most experience. Hey, could it be?
It's not crazy. I wouldn't say it's a hot take. I'd say it's controversial because it's definitely engagement. It's definitely gonna get people to talk.
That's
obviously
the problem,
that's
dude.
the name of it.
If this was a Man U with David Moyes, you guys would be top 6, no problem.
You rate David Moyes like that?
David Moyes just has my respect.
He's Premier League.
Premier League.
Yeah, I'll give him that. But
and
nah,
if you guys,
man.
So let me say real quick. If you guys do get Amorim binned, or Amorim, let's say Amorim gets binned, you guys go for the Bournemouth manager. Watch. Iraola, the Spanish.
I can see that.
Trust.
I can see that.
Trust. That guy does wonders with Bournemouth, and they're fucking mid.
Oh, nah, man. I just can't see it. I'm Amorim through and through, neta. I just can't. I'm tired of the cycle. I'm tired of repeating, managers, going manager after manager after manager. It's changing the style. Man United doesn't have a style at the moment.
Yeah.
But I think we're finding one with Amorim. Obviously, it's something
this
different.
Is the season.
But like you said, after all the funds that he's been giving all the players, and like you said, if we do go get Baleba, if we do go get Donnarumma, that's a team that's ready to fight for UCL football. That's a team that should only be fighting for UCL football with on paper at least.
Still need another center back. Still need another left back, wing back. I mean, there's holes that aren't good enough to be competing.
More or less. But I think there's also holes.
Think about it.
I think there's holes in other teams as well.
Is Dorgu a really good player?
I honestly really like Dorgu.
He might have potential, but he's not there yet. Okay, and if Dorgu gets injured, you're gonna be stuck with Luke Shaw playing left wing back.
Yes, I do agree with
Yoro gets hurt, you're gonna have Lindelof is not there. Johnny Evans is not there anymore.
Be Maguire.
Lichas injury merchant. Delayed also another injury merchant. You're gonna playing Heaven.
He's okay. I'm not fond of the guy.
You're gonna have Casemiro playing 36 years old. That's center back. So next topic, Golden Boots.
It's not crazy.
I have Arsenal winning the Premier League. So with that being said, I have Gyökeres scoring. If Arsenal win the league, it's because Gyökeres came and delivered and scored 20 plus goals. If Gyökeres doesn't score 20 goals, they didn't win the Premier League. I think that's as easy as it gets.
That's funny because I agree with you. I agree that Gyökeres will get the Golden Boot. I think it's just right to say that this guy's coming in hot. He's ready to prove himself. This guy got the move that he wanted into the Premier League. And like you said, this was the missing puzzle for Arteta. It's not going to stop. But I feel like Arsenal will still fail to win the league, and it won't be Gyökeres' fault. I think Gyökeres will do his job and still do what he is supposed to do, and that is score goals. So I do have him scoring, finishing top goal scorer as well.
Yeah, I mean, the other striker that had the most goals after, Salah really isn't a striker. Salah had 29 goals.
It was Isak.
Isak with 25, I think. Let me actually double check. Isak had 23 goals, and then Haaland had 22 goals.
Quiet. That's such a quiet 22 goals.
Yeah,
bro.
it is really quiet.
What the fuck?
It is really
How
quiet.
did he still score 22 goals? No one's bat an eye, huh?
So
Jesus.
my expectations for Gyökeres this season is to match. This guy has the striking ability, finishing movements, the strength. This guy has it all to be a Premier League striker. You agree with me on Gyökeres, right?
I do.
Okay.
I actually do.
Great.
Just for different reasons.
Player of the year. Give me yours. You have Liverpool winning.
I was about to say, I think it ultimately goes down to who wins the league.
Who wins the Premier League, yes.
And let's face it, who's Liverpool's most influential player?
Salah.
It's got.
But we could also say that the curse of all contract extension at Liverpool.
Since he signed the thing?
Since he signed the thing.
Missed the pen.
He skied it.
And that's his bread and butter. He's a pen merchant.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think if Liverpool win the Premier League,
because of someone else,
I think it's because of Florian Wirtz.
Okay,
I think so.
Okay, I can see the direction you're going.
Right?
Because he'll be definitely way more involved considering he's a central attacking midfielder. He'll receive the ball way more often. The guy is already off the rib he already dodged a 007 with an assist 5 minutes into his Liverpool debut or his official competitive Liverpool debut. So now I can back that.
My player of the year, since I have Arsenal winning it, it's going to be either the Golden Boot winner, which is Gyökeres, but I'm going to go with Bukayo Saka.
I like that.
Because I am expecting him to drop 40 goal contributions. 15 assists, 15 goals, 30. Well, yeah, 30. Yeah, 40 was a lot, maybe too much. But the way Saka was finishing the last season in the Champions League, just going at it, I mean, he was the only player to actually cook Nuno Mendes.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It was Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer actually got the best. Technically, Cole Palmer's the only one who got the best.
Yeah, but before Cole Palmer.
Before Cole Palmer.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Cope.
Doesn't even count.
That's crazy, Cope. That's funny because I have Cole Palmer behind that Chelsea jersey, by the way.
Fuck is that?
But you know how there was that graphic where Nuno Mendes versus Ekis, this. Oh, Saka actually got the best out of him.
I want to say got the best because he still didn't win.
Saka's proven, man. He's going to show why he is world class and lifting the trophy.
I think this is the season he has to prove why he's world class.
The chemistry between him and Jokers is going to be like no other, man.
The question that has been, thrown in this podcast a lot is whether Bukayo Saka is world class or not. I think this season he needs to be world class. Not only does he need to be world class, but he needs to prove to everyone why he is that guy. Why is everyone better than Saka until it is time to go against Saka?
Right.
Because let's face it, this guy's a baller, man. He's done his thing since he's been playing fucking left back. This guy was practically destined to be an elite baller.
That's true. Yeah, I could take
He took his time. He waited and finally got his moment to play offensively, man. And he has not let go of it ever since. Yeah. This guy is a future captain for the side. I don't think he's going anywhere.
One thing I do want to mention, the lads, this Premier League season is a World Cup year. So however you perform in these 38 games will really depend. Will really depend on where you finish. Even getting called up to your national team. Or how much faith you could even have in going into that tournament.
Certain countries have a lot of questioning to do it.
Your young player of the year.
I'm gonna go Hugo Ekitike since, like you mentioned, I already have these guys winning the league. I think this guy is a fucking astound baller.
That was a really good goal.
Respectfully, because Sesko was a fucking baller, I would not have been mad if we picked up Ekitike. Obviously, I don't think he was ever going to pick United, but he was definitely one of my favorite players in ending the last season. At least one of the younger players. Yeah, Ekitike. And I would not have minded Ekitike at all.
Yeah, we just forgot his PSG stint, huh?
That was it. It was just quiet. That was it.
Super quiet. Also, we know it was Messi, Mbappe, Neymar there too.
Took his chance in the Bundesliga, and now he's ready to rip it.
I like it. I like that player too. I like Hugo Ekitike. His name is sick, by the way.
Hugo Ekitike? Hazard or what?
It's tough. It's spelled the same going backwards.
It is low-key sick. Yeah, it is low-key sick.
And he has that Wembenyama build.
Wemby-TK?
Wemby-TK. Yeah, Wemby-TK. That guy's a baller. So Fairs, you pay the price tag, got taxed, but I think this is a player that could maybe live up to the price tag. You can also play a left wing as well. And I think Wirtz is playing left wing for Liverpool right now. But Skek in Liverpool, man.
Shout out Stretch.
My young player of the year is also going to be... No, I'm not going to go Ekitike or Wirtz. I'm going to go one of the Chelsea players. They have so many young ballers, man.
De todos, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised if Esteval goes on a sick one. I wouldn't be surprised if Gaines goes on a sick one. João Pedro's still 23. He could go on a sick one as well, depending. I could see João Pedro score.
The fact that these guys spent so much money and still had Esteval just waiting there to get signed.
They have such a young squad. Yeah, Chelsea for the future. They might not be ready to win the Premier League now, but in the next 3 years,
they have a team that's ready to compete for the next 5 years.
That's what I'm saying. Chelsea is on the right track. Let me say that.
I think, respectfully, they're on the best track out of everyone in the top flight. I think they probably are looking the most to the future.
Okay. Now, lads, we're going to close it out with our full lists of the Premier League.
All 20?
All 20. And at the end, we use this graphic to really just kind of decide how well we did or how bad we did. Don't forget, I just want to mention, last season I had my hot take. West Ham finishing fourth place. Never.
Wrong fourth. Wrong top four.
Yeah, I meant bottom four, lads. Alrighty.
Shows that.
I'm going to give you my top 10. I'm going to just repeat. I'm going to go Arsenal first, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Spurs. And now here we go from 7 to the following that we haven't mentioned. So I have Villa 7. Okay. Brighton 8th, Nottingham Forest 9th, Manchester United 10th.
I thought we couldn't get top 10, pussy.
I'll give you guys a margin. Everton 11th. Yeah, 11th, Keeks. Fulham 12th.
I back that.
Crystal Palace 13th. Bournemouth 14th. West Ham 15th. Brentford 16th. Sunderland 17th. And then the relegation teams, Wolves 18th, Leeds 19th, and Burnley 20th. Before I get into yours, my surprise team, as you guys might know already, is Everton. Everton still kept Ndoye, who's a baller. White, who's also a really good center back who will not be there for long. I think that they're playing at a new stadium this year, which also might add a little bit of more motivation going into that. And Grealish, which is insane that they actually pulled that transfer.
Yeah, no, that's actually nuts.
With a manager like David Moyes, who I already mentioned. So Everton, I'm expecting big things. And I like that team, not going to lie.
It's looking like a team that's definitely going to be paid more attention to. I think they're going to be more competitive.
Right.
I think that's going to be a schedule, or a team in your schedule, in your club schedule, you're going to look at and you're going to be like, shit, we got to play Everton.
Everton.
It's going to be a tough one. I definitely think they're one to watch this season. I agree. So going into mine, though, I got, like I mentioned, or what else you got?
My flop team, but my flop team is Manchester United. I think the expectations that they're putting on them is going to be too much pressure and they're going to crumble.
See, I don't negate it. Yeah, I don't negate it. I really don't negate it. I really don't negate it.
Sorry, Man U fans don't come.
I just refuse to accept that. Like that.
All right, run through your 20.
I got, like I said, my champions are Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Man U, and then Spurs. That's my top 6.
All right. 7th.
Wait, no, shit. I fucked up. Newcastle over Spurs. That's 6. Newcastle 6, Spurs 7th.
Okay.
Because that was my top 6.
Okay, so I have Spurs 6, so I just had them.
Yeah, I have Spurs. I have flipped with
and then your 8th.
Villa.
Okay.
I got Forest. I got Fulham, Palace, Everton 12th, Brighton in 13th. I think they've done bad business. I don't think they're going to be able to recover from it. I got Bournemouth in 14th. And then I have Sunderland in 15th, who, if you would consider a surprise team, I would consider a 15th place for Sunderland a great fucking spot. I think these guys have made good transfers. The likes of Habibi Diarra, who captained Strasbourg for 31 mil. The guy's 21 years old.
Adingra. That guy's
Simon
really
Adingra, be on the lookout. I have him right here too. Renildo, Atletico for free. On top of that, they picked up Xhaka, bro.
Which is the signing of the season.
Which is ridiculous. That's a German invincible coming in who has a ton of veteranship and Premier League experience, bro.
Captain
coming into a young side, bro. I think that's phenomenal.
The fact that he accepted that reto, like how do you say that in English? That obstacle, whatever.
I get you.
Like that just test is insane. And I like that from him.
I think it's sick, bro. I think he like I mentioned, this guy's a German invincible. He went undefeated. Like you can't really say that for a lot of people.
Right, you can't.
I feel like at that certain point, you kind of just, want to just take on another challenge after that. And obviously Granit Xhaka's a guy who's never been not down to take a challenge.
Man, Xhaka's one of my favorite players.
Premier League proven. I respect him. On top of that, this is a historical English football side, man. They've been outside of the top flank for 8 years, and I don't think there's any way they're going to want to go back down.
I'm running a Sunderland career mode right now. Yeah. Hey, that's that time of the year. The season's done. Full Ultimate Team's chopped.
It's just dead, huh?
Hey, well, career mode is a move.
We coughing.
I did for all the free agents that are Mexican. They probably have a 4 million budget.
Vega about to win the Prem, looks.
I dropped 42 goals with him in championship.
Fuck's sake.
Anyways, back to this.
Board. Yeah. So after that, Sunderland, I got West Ham in 16th.
Oh, damn.
I got Wolves in that 17th spot again. And then like my bottom 3 mentioned, I got Brentford, Burnley, and Leeds going.
And your flop team?
My flop team. Which one was my flop team? Oh, it was Brentford. Brentford was my flop team because, like I mentioned, they've just been surviving in the Premier League for too long. I think it's about time they just go.
Where do you have Everton?
Down. I have Everton in 12th.
Okay.
I think a mid-table finish isn't too bad.
Yeah, good spot.
I think it's, like I mentioned, I think they'll give it a couple good teams a run for their money, but ultimately, obviously, it's 35 games.
Bournemouth?
I have Bournemouth in 14th.
Me too. Okay, where do you have? You have Brighton pretty low compared to me.
I have Brighton in 13th.
I have Brighton 8th.
I don't rate them.
Brighton always managed to get in a good position. 8 might be their ceiling, though. I think they don't get past 8. They don't get a Conference League footy.
I think the rest of these teams are much more competitive than
fair enough.
Brighton
Fair enough. I really love Brighton. Brighton do wonders, and they sell players, and the guys they bring in somehow end up getting sold 2 seasons later to Chelsea United for millions and millions.
Honestly, man, the top 10 I feel like can just go anywhere. At least at least first 5 can move anywhere, and bottom 5 can move anywhere. I feel like it's gonna, like That's true. Keep mentioning, it's gonna be such a tight and close season, and I'm here for it, man. I'm hyped.
We will be here, lads. May 15th. I'm gonna give it a say right now, and we will look back at this video, and you guys will see why Arsenal win.
We can do a reaction to our prediction video.
Yeah, we could. We actually could.
Yeah, we can definitely
probably meet up halfway mark, see where we're at.
Yeah,
but I have Arsenal winning the Premier League, lads. This is a year. Best team defensively, set piece demons. We got our striker. Saka's on a sick one. Everyone's playing with the chip on the shoulder. Arteta has everything to prove. Do or die season, and it's now or never. So Arsenal will be your 2025-2026 Premier League champs. Buckets. We'll see you in May.
I have said Bottle Jobs doing what they do best, and that is shit the bed. I have them finishing second once again, with Liverpool going back to back. I think the team is just too strong, and on top of the transfers that they've made it even stronger. It's not looking good for Man U because Liverpool might just go back to back and make it a larger margin than what they already have.
There it is, boys. Let us know if you guys agree, disagree, or if you guys have any other comments. You guys know that we read every single comment that is dropped in the comment section below. Before we close it out, again, I want to mention the Fantasy League on Premier League's app. Join that with the code again, B42LOQ.
Put it somewhere on the screen.
Yeah,
again.
I think you got to make your team first, and then you can join the league. So make sure you guys also stay tuned into our Discord channel. That's also for the Fantasy Premier League. We go back and forth with our teams and results and scores, etc. But drop a like, please, lads. Help us out. Drop a sub. And we'll catch you next time.
Peace.